I'm Turk Strongman at Theron Q Ramacharaka. Thank you for selecting this video on my ways here in Theron Q Ramacharaka. Before I continue, if you haven't yet subscribed to this channel or activated the notification bell feature of this channel, do them now. Give this video a thumb up now, so you don't forget later to share the joy of this channel with others. Comment courteously below. Now, my ways. This video arises due to, in large, suggestions that I have received over time. This channel and its preceding channel by the same name, which I started, I don't know, some 15 or 20 years ago, and then ended several years ago. Comments, suggestions, well-meant suggestions, that if I want more subscribers and viewers, maybe I should go about things a little differently. For example, in large, be more professional about this. Like in my videos, have a backdrop that looks like, I don't know, like a recording studio of sorts, or something that corresponds with the material on this channel. Also, my physical appearance, clothing style. Maybe have the same clothes or sort of clothes on my body in every video. Maybe with a necktie, something along those lines. And my hair, keep it consistent, keep it trimmed. And then my body language, keep it consistent, tone it down, and keep it consistent. Keep a consistent smile on my face. Maybe have a microphone in front of my mouth. Look professional about this. Act professional about this. Be more professional about this. All right. I understand. But those things are not me. I don't think along those lines. I certainly understand them. I would advocate them to somebody else for whatever purposes they may apply with regard to other people to whom I may make such recommendations. They are indications of professionalism. Let's take an example person in the self-help genre of material in this world. Now suddenly I cannot remember the guy's name. Who's that guy? The biggie. One of the biggies in the self-help community, Allie. I can't remember. I can't remember his name. I had it on the tip of my tongue. I made an earlier version of this video a couple days ago, but it was way too long. I had his name, but I can't remember it now. Anyway, I think of Dale Carnegie now, but I'm not thinking about him at the moment. Now, he's a guy, he's very popular in the self-help field. He has books out, audio tapes, I guess videotapes, CDs, a lot of material. A lot of people really respect him. My first encounter with his name, I was riding home one evening from work on a bicycle in the winter, and another person, a young man, kind of like came into the same course of travel upon which I embarked. And we rode together for, I don't know, half a mile. And then we veered off in our own directions. His parting words were, "Oh yeah, check out," and he named this guy. "I just was watching a conference in which he lectured on intentionality. It changed me. It changed my life, my whole view of things. Check it out." And he repeated the guy's name. And then we were beyond shouting distance with one another. Those were his parting words. We only rode together a few minutes. This was extremely important to him. On intentions, this changed his life, he said. Well, intentions? Yeah, okay. I haven't even made a video about that because I think it's so trite. But, for somebody who hasn't even thought about that, about how their intentions may influence their lives, what their intentions are, what the significance of one's intentions are, I guess it could be life-altering. But it doesn't seem like a huge, I don't know, it seems like child's play to me. I noticed that a lot of self-help material is like that. And some of it can be very popular. Now, I know that a self-help person, like whoever it is I'm thinking about, these people who are really big sellers, they have talent agents. That's what I've heard, and I think it's true. But this is the kind of material that is promoted by talent agents, I guess, of this sort. And it sells big, can change people's lives. There's a lot of marketing that influences what people access and what people buy and what attracts people. There's a lot of marketing involved, naturally so. What's my point here? My point here is that we see a lot of consistency and professionalism among people who produce such material. I'm not talking about the producers of the material, like the money people. I'm talking about the personages, like this guy whose name I can't remember at the moment. Wherever we see their faces show up, it's the same face all the time. Sometimes it's the same photograph being used over and over. They always look very clean cut. Well, always. Not always. I mean, there are those that look like Swami monks. If there's something, a hint of spirituality in their self-help material. They may look like a Swami monk. Long hair, beads, ochre-colored robe, flowers around their heads, whatever. Angels flying around. But the standard, American look or European look is a suit on or a casual, a businessy look, shirt with a tie, big smile, like, whoa, this person is an achiever and happy about it. Like everything is peaches and cream for this person. Couldn't be happier. Big smile, big affirmative, I made it smile. I made it, and so will you if you just listen to what I say. Kind of a smile. Always a professional backdrop, like a photographer's studio in the background behind the photo of the person. And if they're in a video, professional, it's just professional all the way. And it's all consistent in every recording you will hear of the person. Same tone, same voice. Not that there would be somebody else's voice, but people's voices, some people's voices are not exactly the same every day. Same style of delivery, consistency, and a very professional, it's a professional act. In fact, there's a lot of act involved in it. Okay. And I'm suggesting that style, that overall picture that I just painted, seems to go hand in hand, in large, with content that's kind of trite, or trivial, or mediocre, even a bit phony, or really not applicable to all people. It appeals to those who are attracted to that look, that style. And there are good reasons for that, to be attracted to that, yeah. But the audience seems to have a consistency to it too. And the audience kind of corresponds with they're attracted to that marketing. Well, and to that material, that level of material. There seems to be more show than actual substance. Okay, what's that have to do with me and my ways? Well, I don't have the money or the technology to make slick productions. But also, I could do more with what money and technology I do have. I operate with no money here except for what I paid for the laptop and what I pay for my internet connection. But I could do more. I could keep my hair looking the same in every video. I could smile more as I talk. I could develop a smile talk or a smiling talk. Always with a smile like that. I just can't help it. I'm burgeoning with joy and bliss. Oh my goodness. My life, in other words, showing, demonstrating with my face that my life is the result of all my material applied to myself. And you can have this too. You can be as happy as I am all the time. Well, imagine if I looked like this all the time, always talking with a smile. If people in general didn't wonder what's wrong with me, I'd wonder what's wrong with them. Well, all right. I don't go out of my way. I barely even take a step in the direction of making such an appearance. Either personally here or backdrop or production wise. I don't. I don't. You know what? This helps to weed people out. That's not my main motive. That's not my primary intent. Speaking of intentionality, it's not. But that's the way it works out. Because I don't give a damn about all of that. I don't. Things like that don't attract me. Another example of things like that don't attract me. Well, they don't repel me either, necessarily. They can, but. Another example is, when I lived in New York City in my 20s. I worked as a doorman at the Ritz-Carlton Hotel on Central Park South. I saw a lot of social big shots. People with a lot of money. Celebrities. Big business people. Major clothing designers, but mostly a lot of celebrities, But meeting such people didn't do anything special for me. I met the Duke of York, the Duke and the Duchess of York. That was, kind of like up there around almost to the point of meeting the Queen. I met Goldie Hawn. I met all sorts of people. It was a regular thing. Big star rock and roll band people. These things did not impress me in and of themselves. The person's character did, if they were of good character, but then that could have been anybody. So, celebrity, professionalism, slick appearance, slick productions. I appreciate such things. I appreciate quality of workmanship, quality of result. Whatever category of content it is, I appreciate quality. Now here, on this channel, when it comes to my character, my presentation, I think that it is of good quality, but it's not the kind of quality that many viewers might expect. I think I come across as being very genuine. And if I do, then that's the case. I am. What you get is me. But if you get caught up and distracted by my perhaps apparently haphazard manner. My hair's sticking out in weird directions sometimes, like right now. The weird backdrop here, just some wall where I live, which isn't the same wall in every video. I've sat other places in my home. Wherever I want to sit, I act the way I want to act. If you get distracted by any of that, and therefore miss the quality of the content of these videos, the actual information content, then probably you're going to click away, maybe not even check back, never subscribe, and I say, good. Because, in a sense, I'm casting pearls before swine here. Now, I believe that this material should be available to the public. But I believe that probably the majority of the public should not access it. This is just another way of doing that, it turns out. Not my intent, but then again, it has crossed my mind. If I were to, one last comment about this. If I were to put together a recording studio, a video recording studio, in my home, rent a space for it, or go somewhere where there are such things available per hour, get a fresh shower, shave, do my hair, sort of like having a makeup and hair person available and wardrobe person available and recording technician available all the time, I don't think I would get many videos made. I make a lot of videos, sometimes daily, up to 10 a day. Either narrating books or my own original material. I don't have time with what I consider to be mamby-pamby marketing. Marketing myself, looking slick and professional and consistent across the board. You know, if I had an agent, a talent agent, I might be instructed to be more like that. I might be fronted some money to do things like that. I'd be the client. And these affairs would be, if not highly suggested, then, if my material was considered worthy of representation, then those production ideas would be made manifest somehow. Again, as I've said here in my immediately previous upload, the thumbnail of which says Pearls Before Swine. As I said there, this material is protected from, in large, from eyes that should probably just not notice it, and ears that probably just shouldn't hear it. But a few slip through now and then they fizzle out. It's protected. This is another way in which that occurs. So, take the potentially distracting factors, like the production method, the look, the intonation, the various different demeanors, that I represent or present, my appearance, the fact that I make a lot of videos with no script written, improvisation. Take those things to be entertaining, or just overlook them. If those things don't distract you, then good on you. If they do, well then good on you. Keep moving along. In either case, get over it. And you'll either stick around or not in so getting over it. And there we go. My ways. This content. And you. Like the video? Thumb up. Didn't like it? Thumb up anyway, just to share the joy of the channel with others. You know, others may get more out of this than you did. Subscribe, get notified, and comment courteously below. Big smile. I'm Turk Strongman at Theron Q Rama Chiraka. Go forth and be well.